One day, just before the holidays exams, another student broke in my office. Again. Let's call him Brad. Brad was a real disciplined student, and he did the hard work, especially when he didn't feel like it. But even though he worked really hard throughout the day, he told me that he still didn't feel like he could compete with the top students, who even then only worked a few hours a day. But even though he was tempted to make excuses and say that the brain was simply superior, he knew that there was something he could do that could supercharge his productivity. He simply didn't know it existed. But then, what did the top students actually do? Ajax knew this shit. He knew that when he woke up, he'd only need to work a few hours maximum to get the job done. He could then work out, meditate, and journal. And then, wait, what the fuck? Ajax, why are you eating a frog? Now, quick disclaimer though, I'm not a real teacher, nor a real doctor. I'm a student of life. I'm here to share with you what's worked for me so far. So, you probably guessed it, this video isn't about the medicinal virtues of eating a frog. And so, what I'm about to teach you here is a timeless concept, a timeless tool that everybody from every age should have in their toolbox. So if you're about to leave because I look like a child, sit your ass down. Now, eating the frog is a productivity technique that's kind of like a double-edged sword. Here's what I'm trying to say. If you don't do it right and you just end up watching videos on YouTube, you just end up wasting your time. But if you do it right, at the end of the day, you'll look back on the work that you did. You'll be amazed and proud on everything that you did because, well, it didn't feel like pain. You actually enjoyed working and you practically outmatched and outworked all of your competition. Here's the catch though. That'll only happen if you apply the 80-20 rule to eating the frog. If you don't know, the 80-20 rule is basically 80% of your results come from 20% of your work. And that 20% is usually the most mentally demanding, hardest task that you can possibly imagine. And if you don't know what that task is, it's simple. Just ask yourself, if I could only work 2 hours a week to achieve X goal, for example, having the best average out of all the students in my year, what would I do? Now, when you wake up, you shouldn't just, take your time, brush your teeth with a big little pussy smile. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna eat the frog today. No, you should practically rush everything to have as little time as possible between working and waking up. That's to keep as much energy you can for your brain. And also, I thought it was obvious, but yeah, go turn your fucking phone off to avoid being distracted and keeping as most mental energy as possible. And don't start pussing out and wanting to do the easy stuff, right? Don't just go, Felix, I want to get better at school. I think rereading my notes would actually be really productive. And if that's your actual study technique, I'm sorry. I'm gonna help you out here and say you should just go out online and search for practice tests, because there's multiple proven scientific studies stuff that say that rereading is bad and ineffective, while practice tests or practice questions are much better. Now, you should also stay fasted. Like fasted. I do intermittent fasting, which means that I literally only drink water until I'm done working. And now, supposedly your brain's supposed to be 100% optimized, right? But you could also eat less carbs, less fat, and exercise, but those are for different videos. Now you should work for a few hours before your brain just gets tired. I wake up around 6 or 7 a.m. and work until 11 or 12. Now, after you're done working and eating, I wouldn't recommend working super hard unless you're on that monk mode grind right now, which I am on. Now, if you're not in the grind, I would recommend just learning new skills and working out, meditating or journaling, because that's eventually just gonna compound and just supercharge your life, right? Now, before we end the video, I'd like to mention that if you wanted some more guidance or some more personal tips, you can reach out to me at my Instagram. My DMs are always open. So yeah, Don't just lay the bricks, build the damn cathedral. Mwah.